How's it going, guys? So this is my first ever actual live stream with kind of the camera and all that kind of stuff. So bit of a learning kind of experience, but I've done one before and this is going to be very similar. So basically I've got no kind of goal or idea where I'm kind of going, but I'm basically want to create a new artwork for the FORTNITEMARES new update that just came out. And just basically I've kind of just gone and downloaded a bit of some wallpapers and things that kind of Epic has put out, and so I'll use elements from those to kind of layer it all together, but hopefully end up with something kind of completely new, and when it's finished then it can be something that you guys can download and check out yourself. So this is literally what I've got right here, and I have no idea where it's going to head, so let's see what happens. Great. Alright, so if you haven't seen any of the kind of artworks and things that they've already brought out, this is kind of like the main one here that I want to kind of work with, and this is the obviously kind of new character I've already seen, the Pumpkinhead guy, and then these guys as well that are going to be coming out. So I'm going to utilize this in particular, this image a fair bit as probably like the main kind of look of it, and yeah, so I'm gonna just, to start off with, I can see they've gone with this kind of dark purpley background kind of thing, so I'll throw that in there, but we're not going to use it just yet. I'm going to start with just like basically creating a background completely. So the good thing about this is that basically you just keep trying things. Like I said, I don't have an idea of even what I want it to kind of look like in the end. So you just try things and you keep trying things until you kind of get something that you're happy with, and then you just keep going until you feel like you're done. And that's pretty much how it works. So just fix this up. Alright. So obviously red is not what we want there. Might bring this one back actually to get the colours off it. Alright, so I'm going to go the dark outside, that dark purple colour there. Inside, we're going to go that slightly lighter purple, that looks good. And we want to make it a radial kind of flip that, so that therefore the gradient doesn't go across, it kind of comes out from the middle, similar to what they've got going on there. I might even add an extra layer here. Get rid of that. Swap those guys around. And I'm going to add an extra layer in the middle here, and I'm going to take a bit of the purple off in there. I'm going to make that a bit darker. Yeah, that's a better place to start, I reckon. All right, and we've got kind of a start. So what I want to do, I'm going to bring that image back. I want to separate these characters specifically, so what I'll do just then. So I'm going to cut out this guy here. He's going to remain the front man, but I'm going to separate him from the back to kind of create a little bit of depth. So this might take a little while, but basically I'm going to kind of just chop around the outside of him. So that's the polygon tool I'm going to use here. Thank you, Epic, for creating cartoon-like characters, not too much kind of detail, so it shouldn't be too crazy to cut out. But yeah, we'll just see how it kind of goes, I guess. This is so weird to do live, by the way. I just don't. Such a strange thing to do. I do watch a lot of people that play live, and so I guess that's kind of what inspired me to do this. Not definitely not a good enough player to play live, but I thought I do like this kind of thing, so let's kind of see where we go with it. What's that about? I don't know. If there's anything wrong, by the way, with like the audio or camera or anything, definitely just let me know. I don't really know if it's any good or not because I've never done this before, so happy to change or do anything. Not sure if you saw the last one or not either, but I will after I'm finished with this whole thing, I'll get the whole clip and download it and make it into a time lapse. So cut, however long this takes, and just bring it down to like hopefully kind of less than a minute kind of thing. So you can kind of just see the whole process in one go, which is kind of cool. Alright, we're working our way around. This is definitely the more tedious of the bits. Normally I'd use like a magic wand tool or something to kind of cut this out, and it probably would work around the top end here. But because the colors are so similar, I feel like it's just going to end up picking up too much of his body, because the magic wand tool kind of tries to pick up colors that's similar, and because you've got a lot of that purple, dark purple color, I just think it's just probably not going to work. So I'm just going to do it the old rough cut with the polygon tool. I'm a big fan of the polygon tool. Usually I'd zoom in a lot more than this and kind of be really detailed with it, but I think because of the way that kind of Epic creates these cartoon style characters, I think that it'll be fine just kind of looking a little bit geometric. I think it'll actually look really good. So but we'll see, I guess. Like I said, we just keep trying things and deciding whether we like them or not, and if we do, we keep them. If we don't, we change it. That's the live process. Okay, so that's a start. Did we have... No. I'm going to make a new layer via copy. So now we've got just the guy there basically on his own. I will cut out these sections in the middle here. So I'll show you why I was going to maybe not use the magic wand tool. This may or may not work, but this is the magic wand tool here. And if I see, for starters, with its tolerance of 60, it selects all these bits of his body and stuff. If I bring it back down to maybe like 20, that's pretty darn good actually. What's wrong with that? Is that a gap in there? Yeah. Before I do that, I'll come over here, grab that too. Oh, see, that's what I mean. Let's go small. Let's go 10 for this bit. See, it's still, this is exactly why I didn't use it in the first place. It worked well for that bit, but for here, I'm just going to grab the polygon again. Excellent. All right. I now realise, looking at the stream, that the webcam's quite close. Don't really know what to do about that. Maybe put it up, maybe get a little stand or something for it. But anyway, that's what you're dealing with tonight. This is a little bit I needed to get in here, so I'll get in nice and close. Not quite that close. Just go. have our front character. And now with these back guys, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to try different, what do you call these things? I can't even remember off my head, but basically these different ways that they can interact with the background. So see that if I make it overlay, it kind of goes a bit darker. I think screen might be the go, because you're still getting through a lot of that background that I made. You can see the colors there. So I might run with that for now. I want to really separate these two back guys. So I'm thinking that I want to put, I might just see if I can get some kind of like smoke or something. I've got this image online. Throw this in. So this is just the picture off Google, which is like some smoke. And if I change this here, I should be able to lighten it, get rid of all the black. So now I've just got the smoke. Make it a bit transparent, and definitely want to, I'm not sure if this works or not, but I want to kind of make this smoke purple, I think. So I just want to muck around with it just for a second, but yeah, I thought that would do that. Okay, here's my idea, is to put this over the top. I'm actually not sure if this is going to work or not, so we're learning together right here. But I think that if I, yes, that's pretty much what I was going for. But I will try and make a lighter color. So let's just go back to this. Rather than have that purple, I'm going to change. This is also, I usually use a Mac laptop, and so things are in slightly different spots, which is kind of an excuse in some ways. So that's just that's the color I'm gonna make it. I'm just gonna make that smoke a little bit purple, like that. There we go. And then I'll just darken that onto the smoke there. That doesn't make much difference, does it? Was it lightened? No, it was darkened. I'm sure there's another way to do this, but I can't think of how to do it at the moment. I think, all right, I'll try something different. Again, this is the process. This is kind of how these things go sometimes. You just don't necessarily know exactly where it's going until you kind of get there. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to go select the color range and basically select all the black. And I think if I kind of give it a good amount of the fuzziness there and delete that. Then let's see if I can color overlay. Yeah, that's more like what I wanted to do. There. I just want to try out. Yeah, no, we're going the purple. Let's go. Let's just try dark as well. Doesn't really work as well. All right, let's run with that. Just want to make it just a bit purple like that. Yeah, that can go. Don't need you anymore. I like to keep things in groups as well. Just helps when you build things out and you continue to build and build and build. Then by having folders and these groups here, really helps you to know where you kind of are with stuff. And I also like to kind of color them. It's pretty helpful. Red. And yeah, it just helps you to kind of know where you're at when you're doing things. Alright, so that's the smoke sorted. I might go a bit more. I want to be able to see the guys through a bit more than that. Yeah, like maybe there. Cool. Alright. Now I've seen this thing that's, I'll see if I can find one. A lot of guys are doing these days, and Fortnite has also done it themselves. And it's basically like, it's basically, they put these kind of like white triangle things around the outside. So I'll find a picture and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm either going to make my own of these things, or I'm just going to take the ones off this picture if they're kind of what I want, if I can find them. Just like, okay, here's an example. It's not really what I wanted to show you, but just like this. I'll just save that. This is just like a news picture out of the, out of Fortnite's news when they do it. I'll just chuck it in here so you can see it. See these little triangle kind of things here that they do? I really like those. I like the look that they kind of create. So I'm gonna make some of those and chuck them on here as well. I think that's a kind of cool just thing to have over the top. So we don't want that. We're just gonna make them ourselves. So I think that the best way for me to do this is I'm just gonna literally just make a rectangle like that, and I'm gonna make it white, and I'm literally just going to cut it out because I really want that randomness in it. So I'm going to just get that and just cut a random shape like that out. And copy. And so now you kind of have that shape, and I'll make it, I think that the point is with these things is that they kind of just like point towards the center. So what I'm going to do is I'll make these and then I'll kind of deal with them after. So I'm going to even start this group now. I'm going to call them triangles. They're always going to live at the front. I'm going to make them green. And yes, so I'm going to duplicate that. I think if I just basically change the angle slightly, change the size, make it a bit skinnier, we should be able to pretty much use the same one the whole time. There's another one there. Just gonna grab it again. I don't want any of them to be exactly the same. So I'm just gonna kind of mess around with them all a little bit. Then that's what's a bit skinnier. Don't delete, duplicate. And with this, I think that really, again, I think it's just about a bit of balance. I'll take that little one again. Not sure what I just did. Click the wrong button though. Okay, I'll make that a bit skinnier as well. One that's kind of close. It's probably too close. Yeah, and I'll just probably put one more there. Where's the original? Duplicate. think I need one down the bottom as well, so I'll use the same one again. Like I said before, just slightly, just changing up the dimensions every time. Bit of that. There you go. Now see, there's just, it's such a messy kind of group of things there. So that's why you put things into folders, because now I've just got a triangles folder there. And not only that, I can kind of edit them all together. And I think I'm going to go with like a almost invisible kind of look, like more like that. So they're just kind of adding to it, but not too much. I almost think they're a little bit big, to be honest, but we'll kind of see. We'll just see how it turns out. Right. Really hope this is all kind of streaming and stuff. I should check. I'm going to check. This is not a professional thing to do at all on a stream, but I'm going to see if it's actually happening right now. For what did I call this? Artwork, design, live. Yes, it is working. Alright, now get out of that. Alright, we're getting somewhere, again with these guys at the back here, I think I might just kind of fade them out a little bit more even. Alright, now we need to get the logo in here because this is a FORTNITEMARES image or background after all. So I have got an image here that's got the logo. This is it. Again, I'll throw it in front. That's it there. So you can see they kind of got this thing going on the outside as well. So we'll see what we end up doing with that. I'm not a big fan of the colored logos with Fortnite. I really like the white, or like a white with a bit of a fade kind of thing. So we're going to just cut this out, and I don't know if it is tomorrow. I'm pretty sure it's happened right now, but I'm just going to try. I'm just going to cut this guy out. Need a bit more than that. Let's go 50. Bang. Let's go 80. Bang, that looks good to me. Is that getting the whole letter? No. There it is. 2. Sometimes this looks like it's working and it's not at all. So we will find out once we're done. I do really like what they've done with this kind of like bits going down off the S there. I think that's really cool. And with the F as well. Yeah, that looks like it's all good. So let's try this. Let's just go copy, delete, and I think that actually worked out pretty well. I'm going to change the color. I'm going to make it a gradient. And like I said before, I really like the just mostly white and kind of fading into a kind of grey. I think it just looks, it kind of just makes it pop out really nice. But I mean, I might take all that back in a second once I've actually done it, and I might hate it. So we'll see what ends up happening. I don't want radial this time, I want linear. I just want to see that dark, you can see the dark section down the bottom there. Just want to make it so it's just pretty subtle that it's getting dark. Bring it up a little bit. Now I want a bit of like a 3D kind of effect like it had. So I'm actually going to do a inner shadow. In an extreme case, an inner shadow is like that. It kind of makes it look like you can see through it. But we're just going to do a kind of slight one. It's all about, sometimes with these kind of things, like you look like you're doing next to nothing, but in the long run, it makes a kind of big deal. So something like that, just that tiny little haze across the top there, I think it's really cool. I actually am going to try, see how it's kind of like laying down? I'm actually going to try and stand it up using this thing. I don't know if this will work. I'm actually going to copy, before I do this, I'm actually just going to duplicate this and delete that. I just hide that for a second because I'm going to mess around with this one, and if I stuff it up, I'm just going to fall back straight back to where I was with that other one. So, but I believe that this here, let's see, how do I stand it up? I need to, like this kind of thing. Just trying to reverse the kind of lay down effect that they did on it, which is a bit tricky, but I think that it's kind of worked pretty well. I think that actually has worked pretty well. Stand that up a little bit straighter, bring that out so it's straight. Trying to replicate that on both sides is quite difficult, but actually has worked out pretty well, I reckon. So that's what it looks like. This is what it looked like before. See that? Kind of stood it up. I'll move it up here so you can see. That's the difference. And so I kind of actually really like that. Standing up a bit stronger, a bit more like the regular kind of logo. So we're going to stick with that. I'm going to keep you hidden just in case I want you back, but I think that's where it's going to be. And I'm going to put that there. FORTNITEMARES. Cool name, by the way, Fortnite. Very good. See what you've done there. Alright, this is logo. F&M logo. Needs a colour. Let's go yellow. Haven't used that yet. Alright, we're getting somewhere. This is not super clear. You can see around the outside. It's definitely not super clear. What can I do about that? I'm tempted to throw it up over to Illustrator and kind of try and vectorize it a little bit, but I kind of want to stick to Photoshop. Well, I'll tell you what I do want to do for starters. I definitely want to fill in these kind of little gaps here. So I will actually grab out the brush. Just go white. I think this should still fill in the, yeah. Just want to fill in these holes that are there. So this is like a, this brush is just only drawing on the layer that I've got selected. And it's also got like a fairly kind of soft, actually super soft edge. So you kind of can get away with just messing around a little bit and it doesn't make too much damage kind of thing. Whereas if you had a really hard edge, you'd really see everything that I was doing. There we go. Means that nothing you do is too drastic, really. Don't want that. E looks fine. S looks fine. Alright, now there's a couple other elements that I do want to bring into it. So I will have a look over here. There's a couple of images that Fortnite actually uploaded. One of which is this. I'll put it right in front. The old cube has been doing some things again. So I don't actually want, because we're kind of just like mucking around here a little bit. I don't actually want this whole image, but I do want to kind of take this cube symbol off it. So in this example, in this example, I'm basically just going to highlight this cube symbol here like this, and that, and I'm just going to copy it straight off it, and that's it there. And so it had that kind of glow effect before, so I'm going to try and get that back by just giving it a glow. Well, for starters, I might go gradient, do a similar thing what we did earlier, where we go purple. But really, we want it to be really light. Almost white, but not white. We'll go white, more like white in the middle. And where's that glow? Add a glow. That's the kind of glow we're looking for, like that. And again, just gonna go that purple. Yeah. So there's that. I kind of made that, kind of fix that up, and I'm gonna fill in a couple of these gaps again. I'm gonna use the brush. Fire out. Okay, that was white. I'm actually going to make it, I'm going to go back and make it white like I had it, like it was already. Yeah, that definitely looks like it's glowing more. That's definitely a better look. Just 1 second, just looking for the next graphic I'm going to add in. Alright, this is what I'm thinking. That, by the way, this is going to the back. This guy. I wonder what happens if I do paint on this. This is going to be another learning experience right here. It does, that's great. Alright, we're going to fix this. We're going to go get a very similar size. Going to zoom right in. And we're going to paint it back. Alright, needs to be a bit harder than that. And a bit smaller. Need to get closer. Alright, we need to go harder again. Because what's happening is the blurriness kind of like stands out too much from the original. That's probably a bit better. And this will be like a background kind of item, so I'm not too worried about it being like perfection, but I do want it to kind of look, I want it to look good on its own as well. Just pop around these edges, tidy them up a little bit. A bit smaller for this piece. Alright, there's that symbol, and it's going to the back. Bring these guys up a little bit, and let's mess around with this a little bit. So let's just try the darken maybe. I don't really want it to go over this zombie here or over the pumpkin guy, so it might even just go back to the size it was. Bit more like that maybe. And then I'll come through and I'm actually going to erase out there so it looks like that pumpkin guy's still in front. Let's just check over here on the zombie. No, he's all good. It kind of looks like it's more in front again now. I like that, that's good. Alright, so we're getting somewhere. Now, I did see another artwork that had this. This is obviously a new weapon that's coming in. And I want to put it again just like as another feature behind. So I'll show you, I'll put it right in front so you can see what it actually looks like. That's what it is there. And so I'm going to get rid of all this background here, but I kind of like how it's just this giant kind of thing. This is different to the revolver, I think. It's like a new gun, so I'm just going to cut this thing out on its own. This thing's going to be like right off in the background, but hopefully like, you know, people that are looking can kind of see it. It becomes a bit of a more of an Easter eggy kind of thing, I guess. You know, it definitely won't be the first thing you see, but you might notice it in the background behind everything else. Should look super cool. I'm officially going to find out on this stream also if I've got like a concentrating face. Like if I do something weird, I will know about it. Yep. Okay, there's that. And copy that again. We don't want any more of that. There it is. And like I said, I'm going to take it right to the back. There. Is the background just that? Yep. I'm going to put it in the background section. What did I just do? Oh, that's the cube. What did I just do? There it is. I was dragging the wrong thing. I don't want that cube anymore. Nah, that's gonna go. But yeah, this is gonna go right off into the background, and it's gonna be super, like, almost, you won't see it at all, I reckon. Just about, like maybe back here. Alright, I feel like these guys at the back here are kind of not getting enough of a show in, so I'm going to get them up a bit more. Fix that. I think I'm going to try and cut them out. Just even, yeah, it doesn't have to be great, just a little bit better. Yeah, that actually will probably do it. I'm going to do what I did earlier and just make a copy of this while I mess around with it. So this one here, I'm going to delete. Yep, needs to be. And delete that background. Okay, I need to fix that up. The rest of it's probably okay for me just to make. Yeah, I think I like that better. See, this is what I was saying earlier about, like, you got to kind of trial and error things and decide how much you actually do like it or don't like it. And this is hard. This is... Alright, I think I'm just going to go back to where it was. I think I'm going to have to get rid of that. And I don't... Maybe screen's the wrong one. I'll maybe go to darken... No. Just gonna mess around with these and see kind of what different effects you get out of them. Didn't mind that. I don't think we're gonna get one better than the old screen. So I think that is what we're gonna run with. It's just tricky, you know? It's just lots of different things you kind of lots of different decisions you kind of have to make, I guess. Maybe they need to come up a bit bigger then. And that gun also needs to go to screen mode. Yeah, I do like that, and I kind of, is not intentional at all, but I kind of got that shadow kind of thing going here of the guy, of this dude, which I kind of like. It's actually pretty cool. So again, I'm just going to try. I think we're going to run with it like that. I think I like that. If I had the individual character models, I could kind of mess around with it a bit more and move them around, but they're kind of locked, because they're overlapping so much, they're kind of locked into each other a little bit more. What was it? How was it before? Let's just have another look. Alright, so I've doubled these guys. Yeah. Alright, we're going to leave it like that. We are going to leave them how they were. Hard decisions you have to make here when you're kind of making something up on the fly. It's super tricky. And now I've also decided that I want to use a bit of this smoke, and I want to put a bit of it in front of our mate too. So just get a bit of that, drag that up out of the smoke section, and I'm going to put it into the triangle box. So that's right in front there. Do you see what I've done there? I'm going to bring it in again. And same kind of thing, I'm just going to get the color range, take away the black. And I would like it, because if there's a little bit in front of him and also going up in front of the logo, I think that would look super cool. So we'll give that a try. Again, let's just see. I can't remember if this is what I tried last time. Okay, this is going to work. This blue colour. Like a tealy blue, like what's on his nose there, like kind of that. I do these things? Okay, here we go. Let's try that. I think because there's not enough blue already in it, that doesn't really work. So maybe it's either going to be a darker purple, or what's a lighter? Yeah, I'm going to make it a dark purple, like a really deep purple like that. And I'm actually going to lighten up the back one. Throw that in. Okay, there we go. That's what I wanted. Set of mess around a little bit. And I want it in front of that logo too, I think. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I like it kind of going over the top a little bit. And then this one here, like I said, I'm going to make it a bit lighter. I wonder what would it look like with a bit of a glow as well. Kind of a lighter again. That's doing all sorts of crazy stuff. I'm going to leave it. Yep. Alright, I do like where this is going at the moment. I do like it. Now, let's just have a look here. I also have, as well as having that kind of weapon in the background, that new gun. I wish I knew what to call it, but it doesn't exist yet. So they also kind of released this. I'll put it in the front so you can see again. They released this image as well. Another kind of pretty, kind of like this giant zoomed in kind of photo. So I'm thinking I'm going to use this as well in the same way as the gun. And I'm going to put it on the other side, same thing, super faded out. But just, yeah, kind of giving it that, just a bit of extra depth, I guess, is the point. So I'm just going to cut around his hat. Far out, did a bad job of that. Go back there. The mouse feels really weird at the moment as well. Not sure why that is. I just think it's funny if someone was to come into the stream right now and it's just like zoomed in on nothing and me just cutting something random out. Pretty funny. Let's get around this last little bit. All right, let's grab that. I've done that about 4 times tonight. Need to rasterize these guys. Bang. All right. So yeah, he's giant. He's gone straight to the back with the other one. Might even put him behind the gun. Super see-through like that. So you almost can't see him, but you can kind of see his eye and the hat kind of sneaking through there. I do like that. That's cool. So we'll play around with this. This is the other thing, is like you kind of did something. This is one of the very first things I did, and I'm gonna just go back and have a little play and just kind of see what kind of difference it makes to make that inside a bit larger. Not that, but yeah, like that, just to, I guess, make that purple inside stand out a bit more. Question is it better? I think more like that kind of thing. That might be exactly how it was before. I'm not actually sure. We will find out. Okay. I will just see if there's a Fortnite logo that's in like a higher quality than that one, because it's a little bit of a shame that it's not super sharp. Just have a quick Google search, see what we've got. Okay, that might work. Alright, I've got a new, should make that bigger for you guys. I've got a new FORTNITEMARES logo, so I'm actually going to just bring it in and see if it's high quality. It's always hard to tell until you really get it in. Okay, it doesn't want to do it anyway. Oh. Doesn't like it. All right, no good. We're gonna leave it. I think this one needs to be a bit clearer still. We are nearly done. I just feel like it kind of is like missing like one little kind of thing, or just like something about it needs to be just a little bit more interesting. It's close. It's close to being done. Sorry, won't be a second. Just to Alright, I've got an idea, and we're going to try it. I found this image online. looks like this. And these guys featured in the ad. I don't know if you guys saw the ad or not that came out, the kind of promo video. But the zombie-like creatures, I'm not sure if this is actually them, but they kind of had this kind of vibe. They came out in the trailer. And so what I'm thinking is I might actually just take this part out of this image and throw it in the bottom corner and see how that kind of comes out as an idea. So I'm going to, muck around with it a little bit and see how we end up. I'm going to cut that ghost out by just doing some random. I've got to do some pretty major feathering here, I reckon. So let's just go like 50. Because of that feathering, I'm intentionally not cutting around this too much. Then I just want to go like around these guys. Yeah, this might be like a kind of cool element to have actually in the front. That might be too much feathering. Let's try it. Let's copy it. No, I like it actually. I do like how it came out. And so obviously it needs to go behind the logo. And I want where's that smoke behind it as well? There it is, there's that. I'm gonna put that in there. I think it needs to be just a tad, actually no, I think it's good how that is. I will make it a bit more transparent so it's a bit less kind of invasive on the picture. And let's try the screen with it. Yeah, I like it, I like it. I'm not sure what this is that the... Yes, it's the smoke, of course. There's that, and I think this purple line down here is also the other smoke. It's been causing some troubles. Yeah, nice. All right, so there's those guys, and I'll have a look as well, see what it looks like. Don't need anything else. No. Don't need you anymore. I'm going to try and put them in the other bottom corner as well. So literally just duplicate it, flip it over, try it down here. I might take like a fair bit out of it so it's more like a bit more subtle. So it's we'll go with that. This blue haze up here, I'm actually going to get rid of that. So I'm going to use the eraser and just take it straight away. Oh, that's too... Let's just go real soft. And same with this other side of Zenny there, just a little bit. Just found this other image as well that's got a might be tiny. It is tiny. It's got the old FORTNITEMARES logo. I can't tell if it's last year's. I think it's last year's one. And I need something. There needs to be something here. But it's so much clearer. I need a really clear one. Nothing I can find online is actually clear at all. I don't know what Epic's been doing. Thought they'd have like an official one out. Epic Games. FORTNITEMARES. None of them appear to be any better quality than that, which is so strange. I'm going to try this. This is an Epic. This is another Epic kind of update image they put out. But see, the quality, it's not as big, which means it won't be any good as a wallpaper. But I wonder if I just try and sharpen it up. I wonder if that'll actually... That didn't work. See the edges are just like really kind of unclear compared to everything else. I just don't know why. I'm not sure what they kind of... That made no difference at all. Yeah, it's just tricky, like short of actually me cutting it out myself, which I don't want to do at this point. It's just really tricky to decide how to do it. I've got an idea, which is to go to the filter gallery. There's this stamp option, and sometimes it's actually really good for just basically simplifying things. Where is it? Styles. No. This one's stamp. So yeah, it smoothed it out, but it kind of smoothed it out too much. So I don't think it's better. Yeah, see, it's got the same rough edges here. What else have we got? Let's try some of these. Oh, here we go. Cut out actually might work. Same kind of thing. Like it really likes good at simplifying. Is that better is the question right there. Maybe, but it'll be super easy to cut out, so let's have a try. Because we basically made it into one single colour the whole way, so it'll be really easy to cut out. That's done. Copy. Oh yeah, that's still pretty rough. Just a shame, really. But, I mean, that's part of the fun, really. That's part of the challenge. So you just kind of do with what you've got. Let's try this guy out again. Because I've got this other one, I can kind of make it exactly the same, which is really handy. Alright, better or worse? Really tricky, really hard to tell. Let's just get rid of that. I'm going to do the same effects to this one, and we'll basically see how it ends up looking. So there's the gradients, which we're going to go the white, bit of grey, then yeah. If you were watching earlier in the stream, you will have seen this before. And there was an inner shadow, wasn't there? Alright, so that's that versus so similar. I really think the new one actually is slightly better. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make it smaller, so it's not the main feature of the whole thing. FORTNITEMARES, there it is. Put it there. Yeah. And then I've noticed this theme as well of basically the moon kind of coming through. So I'm going to get an image of the moon and also put it in the background, because this part here needs a bit of lightness, and then we'll be pretty well done, I reckon. It's kind of cool, we're using like the actual real moon in the picture. Just going to select the black out of it. Did it again. right into the backgrounds. How does it look? Give it a bit of a glow or no glow? I'm thinking no glow. I actually just want to go, I'm just going to put it straight off the edge like that. Or maybe just kind of coming in. I'm actually going to use that filter from earlier. And no, not that much. I'll go into the filter gallery again. Something like that. And I think I just want to make it a bit lighter as well. Do I want that there? Yep, that's going to stay. So I think that's pretty much it, guys. I think I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave it there. Keep those guys in there a little bit. That one might just make those a little bit more subtle. And I think that we're pretty much done. I might, last thing, it's going to take, I'm going to just erase that off the front of this guy. So again, he kind of stands out that just that little bit more. So that's that. That's the eraser. It just kind of gets in front of him a little bit too much there. And why is the, I did think we had the smoke in front at some point there. In front of the logo. But now that I made it smaller, I'm not sure how good that actually is. I'll lower it right down. I think we're going to run with like something like that, a little bit less. How are the triangles we made at the start? I think I might actually give those an inner shadow, same as everything else. So that just gives them that little bit of kind of texture, which I do really like. There we go, that looks heaps better. What if it's got like a sharp? I'm a fan of that. I like it. Can we do colour? Can we do blue? Can we do purple? No, let's just go back to the grey. And yeah, bring them back a bit. gonna have a quick little play with where the locations. That one's good. That one's good. That one just needs to point up a bit more. It's all just a matter of balance, really. This one here is a bit too much. Let's just put it there. Yeah, right there. Just a little one. Yeah, I like that heaps more. So that's good. So I'm just going to go through basically, like I just have been, go through the layers, basically just check what I've done, see if I still like it. You know, just try a couple of extra little things to finish. Like that. Huge fan. Yeah. Give purple a go, as always. I think we want to go to black. I really like it. Just throw those guys in a little group. Zombies. Didn't use that already. That's the rectangle we used to make those triangles earlier. That's the image we started with. There's our mate. Smoke. There's our friends at the back. That's that. I'm really happy how that came out. I think it created a really cool, just a really cool kind of background piece. Background's good. Okay, I do remember now that there was one more thing I wanted to do, and I will do it just before we finish. FORTNITEMARES. I saw a couple of the images before. Yes. Let's go back up to the top here. Where are we? Like this. See this thing here on the side? I'm going to put them into mine as well, and they're going to accompany the triangles. So I'm actually going to rescale this to fit. Just like that. And then I'm going to grab these guys, which it could be tricky because they're so thin and they've got like a glow, like they're mostly a glow. So I'm just going to knock that tolerance up to 60. Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. Now I've got the whole spark there. And I'm also going to grab that one. Don't want that. It's a bit tricky. I might have to fix them up a little bit as I go. So that's one. Just gonna make a copy there. Just gonna call it lightning. Don't know if that's what it is or not. One. So it should be a bit easier. Bang. And copy. Lightning 2. Okay, so keep doing that. These are going to kind of go in a similar position to these triangles. So they're doing the same kind of job. I'm going to put that there. I like the location of this one. I'm just going to rotate it in so it's pointed towards the center, same as those other things. What do it look like? Yep, and then there was also one on the face on this one here, that big one. So I'm going to grab that too, and I'm actually going to flip it over. I'm going to put it up in this top corner. So it's going to go like that. Same thing, grab that, new layer, yep. Lightning, you guessed it, 3. I'm gonna group them. Lightning, what color haven't we got yet? We might have all of them, don't have grey. And obviously I need to fix 3. And I'm going to do similar to what I did with the, oh that's funny that that did that. Which one is that? Lightning 1. How can I do this best? It's kind of similar to what I did before. Just gonna make a white box. Just one. And I'm just gonna cut out the extra bit that I need. So yeah, rasterize that, and then just like I'm just going to follow the line to there. Oh wait, I need to go from here. Just follow that line. Oh, because of the feathering. Couldn't really work out what it was saying. It's saying I wasn't selecting it, but I was. Alright, yeah, so again, I'm going to grab all that. And again here, make it a bit thicker at the bottom. And I'm just going to combine those two. So that's that now, because I'm going to change the color and everything anyway. So I've got that one, I've got that one, I've got that one. I'm going to make them white. And I'm going to give them a very similar glow to the kind of cube thing in the back there. So add a glow. It does feel like this one's missing something over here. I'm going to mess around with 3 a little bit then. More like that. Yeah. This is tricky. You don't want to just put something, you know, one in each corner just for the sake of it. So I think I have to sacrifice this a little bit, make it a bit smaller. With that. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna switch it up again. I'm gonna bring that back. Because I really like the shape of this one, so I'm gonna bring that to there. And 1 is going to go up there because it's a bit more subtle, a little bit sharper. yes, I have to fix this guy as well. I'm just going to do the same thing again as before. Make a rectangle. Yeah. And then just because they're a little bit invasive, I am going to just move these back just a tad. Just pull the opacity back. And that's it. I'm going to call that it. So I am going to export. I'm going to export that as a high-res JPEG, and I'm going to put it in. I think just a Dropbox, and that way you guys, if you want to, can download it. I'll put the link in the description, and yeah, hope you liked it. Export JPEG, high quality, nice. Let's put it in there. There it is, guys. I hope you liked it. That was my first actual kind of stream I've done with the microphone, the camera and everything, so I kind of hope everything worked, and it's cool. I mean, a couple of people came in and watched. I didn't really know what to expect, so I'm happy that we got someone, and I appreciate you guys. So I'll see you. I'm going to make like I said before, I'm going to make a time lapse of this video. I'm going to cut the whole thing, the whole hour and a half down to about a minute and a half, and it should look awesome. So yeah, that'll be another video, so make sure you go check that out. And if you want to use the wallpaper that I just made, feel free to download it. I'm going to put the link in the description. It'll be in there in the next kind of 10-15 minutes or so. Thanks heaps, guys.